Ready too. Hi guys, welcome to Pilates. Come on down. We'll start with a roll back, so just make sure your space is good. Ooh. Let your hands come behind your head. We'll start off with a rotational ab crunch. You can extend one leg and rotate the torso. Now you can just double check your belly's pulling in. Let's pull our toes back on the next 10. And then let the feet down and curl the spine up 5 times. This is more for mobility, so we accent different focuses each time. This one's for spinal mobility, this bridge. You still would like to feel your glutes firing and your hips are level. 2 more. And now at the top, our hips are extended, so we're going to stay up and let your fingers come underneath you and interlace if you'd like to add on. So hold that interlace finger position, your hips are up. Breathe in, open the chest, hold 5 more. Feel the glutes. This also helps make the glutes fire when you hold a 10-second isometric contraction. And that helps the hips and the knees. Lower your spine down. Nice job. And then lift up the right leg. You can take the left leg about 6 inches above the floor and switch. Let me get more centered. And you can pull it in. If you need a modification, you can put your hands underneath your head. Lift up. Yeah. All right, pull the toes back. 10, 2, so we're sneaking in foot work and ankle work. 6, you're up in the shoulders if you can, or if you need to, hands behind your head. 3, 2, recover. Pull the legs in for just a moment. Start with your head down and hug. Now open your arms and legs, keep your abs down, and then hug. Inhale, and notice you're making a little range of motion with your shoulders, pain-free range of motion. Those of you that want to add on can lift up your shoulder blades and then continue. Now push or keep the ribs down. So it's sort of like a little more focus on that lower ab part. The modification for the neck here is to put your hands behind your head and open the elbows. So just take 3 more. 2, 1, and then let your head down. Feet to the floor, but one of your feet away from the normal bridge position. Toes are up. Lift up your hips and just feel how your glutes feel differently when you go up and down here. And I'm lifting my toes and I'm pushing with my heels, and then stay up. 10, 2, I'm off the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, lower, and then do a full body stretch, but circle your ankles as big as you can. You can circle your wrist, go each way, making sure to get those ankles and feet. And we're going to do a double leg lower. So when you're ready, walk your feet back up, take your legs up and glue them together so the inner thighs are on, hands behind your head. If you're adding on, lift your shoulders, and then you're going to be doing a little lower of your legs, heels point and flex. Plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Good. Ribs down, ribs down. So fire those lower abs. That helps with knee issues as well, and the toe flexors, 2 muscles you don't think about. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower and walk your feet far enough away that there's just like an inch or so of knee bend. So have a little knee bend, but not much. Toes are up, heels are digging in, lift up. You're going to feel your hamstrings a little differently. Good, up and down. Feel the glutes, feel the hamstrings. You're not going so high that your low back takes over. So monitor that. Feeling, keep in touch with the muscles you want, glutes, hamstrings. 2. Now hold it up for 10. Hold 10, you're in the air. 4, isometric, helps everything fire better. And then lower down. Nice job. Now we're going to take the knees wider and the hands to the inner ankles with the inner toes. If you have a tight toe here, like a big toe or a pinky toe, stretch it out right here. Keep those toes flexible and not letting them get rigidly fixed. It's going to help prevent foot issues. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to leave the left leg very long and take the right leg up. Draw 6 circles, and your body should already feel warmed up, or probably feels warmed up. Listen to it, of course, but make them pretty big if you can. The ribs are down. That's your abs. The other leg's pouring down if you can. So when you go to vertical on this 6th one or so, go the other way. So follow your gut. If you need more circles, please do. If you need them smaller, please do. Big is going to be harder. Leave that leg up and then come up. You can pull the skin down, lift up the other leg, and then do some ankle rolls in the air. Pull that skin down of that top leg. So with your hands, like you're putting on a sock, pull that skin down and do it the other way, circles. Feel your abs, point and flex. Really reach, pull your skin down, pull your fascia down. And relax. Now we're switching places. So the right leg's gonna pour down, the left leg's gonna go up. Draw 6 circles here. Good. The correction, if your head feels like it's having a hard time staying down naturally, your neck's having to contort, you'll just fold up anything really, a shirt, a pillow, a mat underneath your head. So that's the correction. If your neck is feeling like it's kind of hiking up. All right, let's do one more here. And then that leg's up. Now you could add on the right leg off the floor. You can add on a lift. You can pull your skin down. I've even interlaced my fingers somewhat and then add circles with your ankles. You could be in an ab crunch for more work. Add circles the other way. Pull your skin down. Point and flex. So when I pull my skin down, I feel it a lot more. The fascia is more involved, especially when I dorsiflex, when I pull my toes back. So just see what you notice. You can invert and evert, inhale, and then exhale, hug the legs in, take a little breather. And we're going to be putting our hands beside our pelvis like a frame and then extend the legs up. A little bit of inner thigh gluing. So glue your inner thighs together, circle them together. Now right here, your abs are pulling your ribs down. When your legs are lower, it's easier for the low ribs to pop up. It's a compensatory hip flexor over engagement. So keep the ribs down. There's like a little feeling of the lower back skin lightly headed towards the floor. So like your skin touches the floor and the lower back. All right, try 4 more. Mm-hmm. 2. 1. And then let the feet down. Now, lift up a leg if you'd like to add on a single bridge, point the toes, and go up and down with your hips still level. So we'll just fire one leg at a time. The same leg's up, but you're going to pull the toes back. Actively pull the toes back. Now that foot's going to come down, and we're going to take the other leg up, point it first. Hips go all the way down. I know that it's easy to forget to put the hips down on these, but touch the floor. Pull the toes back, really pull all the toes back. 10. Straighten that left knee. Nice job. And then a happy baby wide, so your knees are wide. Open up any toes that are tight. So take this opportunity if you have a tight toe or it's drifting medially. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the legs come up. You can put your hands beside your hips and do a little pelvic tilt. Make sure you're comfortable on the mat. I'm going to adjust my shirt so that it's not wrinkled. So you want to feel comfort. Your bones won't want to do it if it's not comfortable. Good. Keep going. I'm actually going to add one more mat for some reason. My bones are wanting more support, so we're going to do it. All right. So upper So we want the abdominals to feel tired, not the bones to hurt, right? Now the hands are going to help you if you'd like to add on a double crunch for 20. Try 10 more. Yeah, and make it harder for you. Maybe it means slowing it down on the way down. Maybe it means not resting the head between. Pull the belly in. Pause at the top. Whatever you need to do to make it a tiny bit more challenging for you. Now when we're down, this time we're going to take an ankle to thigh and reach your hands through. And at first you can just focus on the hip. How is it today? Good. 5, 4. Now, if you can, take one hand free and curl your toes. So stretch the toes towards the bottom of the foot. Stretch those toes. And then stretch in the other way. And then take the other ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through. At first, just focus on the hip. And you might add on a hand free hand, and then pull your toes under. Stretch out the top of your foot. Curl the toes under. You can use your hand if your foot's really tight. So I'm using my hand on purpose. Yeah, and then pull the toes the other way. Stretch them. And then for a moment, pull both legs in and hug. Now your head is down and pretend you're going to bicycle circularly. So I'm circularly bicycle further away for a harder progression. And come up to a teaser for a progression. 2, hands crossed for harder. 3, we've got 2 more. Good. 2, 1 more. And we're going to stay up there in the teaser. So one way is hands holding your thighs, one way is bent knees, one way is extended. 10, 2, good. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, lift. 7, the torso. 8, a little more. 9, and 10. Good job. Let your hands go into an opposite pose. This is the rack. And you can pull your toes back here and you can spread them. So you've got a little bit more than just your thoracic spine. Spread those toes. Pull the toes back. 5, activate. Lift your heart. 4, good. 3, 2, lift your heart. Thoracic extension. And then come back. And you can shake it out. Let's grab a sip. That was a really good block of supine abs. Sometimes those old school abs feel so satisfying. Opposite muscle groups, back extensions. Belly down. All right, we'll keep the mat handy in case we need it for a side plank. Belly down, here we go. Once your belly's down, let your hands be low, like they are framing your hips again. Go up with your inhale and your torso, your hands, and if you can add on, your feet. So lift everything if you can, except for the belly. So 10, 2, good. 3, you can open the thumbs a little higher towards the ceiling, and the pinkies are going to be, of course, towards the floor more when you do that. That's external rotation, so that's in the humerus. And then relax. The second possibility is interlace your fingers. Again, you can leave the hands low, lift up your torso, lift up your legs. Internally rotate the femur so the toes are towards each other if that helps your back. So good. Lower down. Now the next one is forearms, so we're going to move our forearms up. Good girl. And then go to your forearms and go up to where you're a sphinx.
Now, you might decide to stay here, but you might also add on your hands pushing you up. Good, Jean. And you might go to swan. There, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower. We're going to do that again. So either Sphinx or swan, come up. 10, 2, 3. Good. 4, 5, 6. That looks great. 7, 8, 9. We've got one more of these. You're doing great. Get ready. Lift up. You can go to forearms or hands. 10, 2, 3. Good. Fine tune. Sometimes you find out some little cue you need when you do multiple repetitions. It gives you a chance to notice what your cues are for you. Now get ready. Lower down. And I'm going to windshield wipe. You can windshield wipe. If you would like a child's pose, you can. But if you're windshield wiping, I encourage you to feel that femur internally and externally rotating. It's good for the femur to do that internal and external rotation. It's good for the hip. All right, inhale. And then exhale, we're going to come back down. Now, I like the toes towards each other for the SI joint. Try it and see what works for you. IT-wise, let your hands go low. Lift up your torso. You can lift up your toes. It's a harder variation. Arms lift up 10 times in the eye. Feel the rear deltoid. This is really good for the posture. And then go to a T. Yep, you might be able to lift your torso a little bit, Karen, but if it doesn't, then don't worry about it. That you did it. Now, like a letter Y. And then we're going to take a child pose or a down dog. Please choose. If you can join me in a down dog eventually, go to it. And we'll stretch out those calves. 10, 2. Walk it out once you're in down dog. One leg gets more tension than the other. Lift both heels and lower. And then shift your weight back down to the belly down. And this time your fingers are like triangles. Your elbows are like triangles. Lift up your right leg and your left torso extends and rotates. And then your left leg and your right torso extends and rotates. Up and up and up and up. All right, we're doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let your arms be a pillow and lift up both legs and do a flutter kick. That's glutes. Now if you can add on, take your arms like a circular breaststroke while you do that flutter. Lift up every time in your torso. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the body's probably ready for a child, a puppy pose, or a down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Grab a sip, and if you're going to want an extra pad for your forearm, grab it. We're going to do some side planks. So we're changing planes. Now we're in the frontal plane. So let your elbow come down. Feet can be stacked or staggered. We're going to hold a normal side plank first, so an isometric. Now once you're here, if you'd like to add on, hand beside your elbow, lift your hips 10 little pulses. 2, 3, glute med. 4,
5, really important for knees and hips, and balance. All right, we're gonna go to the other side. So we're doing a 10 hold plus we're doing a hip lift in the side plank. So feet on, top stacked if you can. Go up and just hold. We'll stretch out the hands here. Now this hand is going to come down and you're going to do 10 little bonus 10 lifts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really good. Other side. So we're doing side plank. If you can, add a tree pose right away. Foot on the ankle or foot on the inner thigh. Go up and hold. 10. Looking good. Breathe in. Lower your hip. Let's get the other side. Tree pose. A modification would be the foot behind or just a little side plank and hold. 10, 2, good. Lift the hip, lift the bottom hip a little bit more. 5, 6, yep, 7, 8, 9, and then lower. Now you can feel this whole waist, hip area integrated. It'll feel saggy if not. So go to the side rotations, feet stacked if you can, staggered if you need to. Let's do the elbow again like a triangle. Keep your hips the same. Rotate. Now it's a sustained glute medius, so you're not letting that hip drop. You're keeping it up. All right, we're going down. Let's do the other side. We're doing 10. Good. Just mixing it up. Bottom hip is up. So that's a really important cue on these side planks. And 1. Good. Not letting the hip drop, keeping it up. We got it. Lower down, looking good. Come on over to this side. You're doing great. Try your back foot behind you a little and then say get up. So this is possibly your pose, or lift up that bottom leg. 2, 3, good. 4, 5, you all right? 6, 7, keep going. 8, 9, 10, lower your hip. Let's go to the other side. You're doing great. One foot's back. Take that arm up. Here we go. Get ready. I'm pulling the toes back on that bottom foot too. You got it. Take a breather. All right, grab a sip. You're doing fabulous. We're going to mix it up. Some front planks are in our future. Okay, forearm plank. So if you want your mat pad like I am, bring it here. And we're going to do an isometric hold. You're adding on your own pull with your forearms and your toes. So let's go up and then squeeze the forearms to the toes. Pull the toes to the forearms. 10. Now rest for a minute in your Sphinx or your Swan. It's a counter pose. Feel the heart open. Good. You got it. All right, let's go down. Now, when you go back up, you're going to do a little pattern if you'd like. So go up, lift up your right toes, bend the right knee, heel to glute, straighten your right knee, put the foot back down. Lift up your left toes, bend the left knee, point your left toes, put the foot back down. Lift up your right toes, bend the right knee, point your toes, put the foot down. Left toes point back, bend the left knee, point the toes down. Right leg point, flex, point, flex. Left foot point, flex, point, flex. One more. Point, flex, point, flex. Left leg point, flex, point, flex. Pelvis down, Sphinx or Swan. Good. Good job.
That's also neural patterning, helpful for preventing of dementia. Good. All right, now we're going to take another windshield wipe. So you might like to do them where they're American windshield wipers or European. So you're crossing your ankles or they're going the same direction. Doesn't matter. You can mix it up. Good. And then we're going to do swimming. So the belly's down and the arms are like a Y. So this is right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. Now you can add all the limbs are off and you continue to swim. Lift up your torso. And it's a syncopated breath if you can. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, all through the nose. And recover. Let's windshield wipe a bit. Good. Now your knees are bent, so you're already in a place that you could take bow pose. So if you would like to take an ankle and then another ankle, you can do it here pretty easily. Otherwise, interlace the fingers and come up, or just put the hands beside the hips and come up. 10, 2, 3, beautiful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover. We're going to do that again. Here we go. Up we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover. And let's do a hand to head or cheek. Lift up both legs. Tap the feet together, horizontal adduction. 20 times. Tap the feet together. Feel your abs and hips support you. Your knees are off the mat if you can. Let's do a little bit more. 5. And then recover. All right, you choose child pose or down dog or puppy dog pose. Press it back. Now in down dog, I'm going to make it a little harder. You can go to your forearms for dolphin, and this way it's a deeper stretch. So your left foot could push on your right heel and give you more calf stretch. Try the other. Both heels, stretch. And then relax, come down, grab a sip. Really good, guys. Nice. We're going to go back to that forearm plank and put some moves together. So it's going to be a dolphin plus your forearm plank. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Start with plank for a moment. Here we go. Lift up like dolphin and then come back. Plank. Lift up like dolphin. Come back. Plank. Lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. All right. We're going to lie on our side for this next one. So you're probably just going to use your arm as your pillow. If you need something extra for your neck, you might actually grab a little pillow or a sweatshirt. So you're on your side, and this is some hip stimulation in the frontal plane. So we like the hips for balance, for knee health, toe health, and hip bone density. So I've got my hand on my waist just to remind my waist that I want it pulling in. I want it to pull in. And then I'm adding the circles. So some of the circle is in front of you and some of it's behind, so we get that glute medius. I'm keeping my foot flat or parallel to the floor right now. I'm not letting it turn up. So I'm going to try to bias the hips. Now let's pull the toes back. You're going to still work that ankle. Pull your toes back. I always say this, but that's really important for not shuffling and balancing out the calves, not tripping on things. Like that's when a lot of people stumble over changes in floor, like
a flat floor to a carpet or something like that. Good. All right, now this leg is going to go in the front. Let the bottom leg point and draw circles. Now make them really high. So you're going to try to keep that inner thigh in some tension. Make them high circles. Feel your abs pull in. You can pull the toes back real active, like you're pushing out your heel, and go the other way. Keep that working knee long. So we know this helps with balance. And add a point and do 10 little pulses with your inner thigh at the top. Pull the belly in. And then flex and do 10 little pulses. So I hope you feel your inner thighs now. Let it come back down. This leg's going to come back to work. Now, you remember how we talked about lifting. So you can point and flex. You can point and flex. We're going to add that together. Point, I'm keeping my foot fairly flat. I'm working the ankle, feel the waist. Lots of little cues. Neck soft, jaw soft. Now, this one is a little different. 10, you're going to go up, and you can let your foot go out. You can catch it. You can use a Dynaband. You can hold your toe. Oh, just feel a stretch. So it's not so much for the work. Yeah, you can use a Dynaband, or a Pilates ring is really nice. So if you can't reach your foot comfortably or your ankle, but let it relax here. So we're going to calmly breathe. Inhale and exhale out our nose. So our nervous system tells our muscles they're safe. A lot of that initial tightness you get in a new range of motion is the nervous system. And the Golgi Turkins say, I gotta tighten up. So we're letting that override with calm breath. Feel it giving in a little. Now, we're going to do that whole series on the other side. You might give yourself a challenge and try to remember what move comes next. Let's grab a sit between. That was like a whole series there. Lie on your side and make your neck comfortable. So even if you have to get a pillow or something, we don't want to be grabbing in the jaw. I got to move my mic. It's directly on my hip bone, my ASIS. All right, so your first is going to be circles. Point on this first set. Some of the circle goes behind you for the glute medius. If you're not sure, put your hand there. It should be working on that high hip. Yeah. Feel the abs help you. Support. Go a little higher as you feel warmer. And the hip joint loves this circular motion. All right, now toes pull back. And it's almost like I'm pressing out my heel. I'm pressing through my heel. I'm really pulling my toes back. And for me, pinky toe is a cue. Like, don't forget that pinky toe. Long knee on top. Good. All right, so take that leg in a support, let it go here. Take your bottom toes and point. Now we're going to do circles, but we're going to keep them a little higher. We're not doing a circle that's like to the ground. We're going to keep them high. We're going to work in that tension. Belly in. Pull your toes back. Really concentrate all toes. Your bottom knee is long. It's going to try to bend, but you're going to keep it long. Keep that bottom knee long. This leg's not working. Now we're going to point the bottom toes and stay high and do 10. Flex and do 10. Yep. All right, now we're going to take that leg down. Take this leg and point, flex. And 3. Now I'm also feeling my waist. I'm trying not to contract my jaw. I'm pretty flat on this one, so I'm not going up as high as I can. I'm going up as high as I can with my foot parallel to the floor. We're going to stretch in a minute, so we'll get to do that thing that feels natural, like your toes want to point up, but right now your toes are pointing towards me. Let's do one more. Now on this one, so you go up, you do let your leg turn out. Maybe you'll grab your ankle, maybe you'll grab your toes, maybe you'll use a Pilates ring or a Dynaband. That a girl. Use a assist. Now we do with the calm, inhale through our nose. The calm exhale through our nose. Good. That calm inhale through your nose and calm exhale through your nose tells your body it's safe to relax into a deeper range of motion. There, feel it giving in a little bit, usually around 20 seconds or so. 10, keep it going, 9. Oh, that feels so good. 5, 4. I hope that felt great. Take an inhale and then pop it up. Really good, guys. Grab a sit. Giving us a little prep because we're going to be doing 10 push-ups. Now you can do them on the wall. You can do them on your knees, hands and knees, or your toes, but we're doing 10. Excuse me. We're going to do 10 your way. Get ready. Integrate the abs. And recover. So you could do interlaced finger position if you're standing, or you could do a child's pose with your hands touching. We'll do a second set of 5. So if you're standing, I'm glad you're still there, because then you can just do 5 on the wall, or you're on your knees, or you're on your toes. Do 5. And recover. So I'm going to show a cow face on this next one. So one hand's back. Clasp your fingers if you can. You can also use a Dynaband. I like that. Good. Love it. Michelle, good. Let's show it. Fascial maneuvering is really good for this. Yep. 2. Good. 8. You got it. 9. And I like it. 10. Wonderful job. Great job. So this is a knocking on the door of life. Just sway for a moment. 10, 6. And I am going to have us take a stand. So ideally, if you're there, just stand. If you can, stand out without using your hands. Good. We're going to touch base with a couple things. So at first, just go heel raises. Each toe has equal weight. You know I love calf raises because they help the knees so much. They don't take any equipment. They're really good if you are concerned about having puffiness, swelling, venous return, sitting for a long time. Now we're going to take one leg out, so I'm going to grab my roller just to show you. You can use something. A wall will be fine too, but you're going to do single legs 10. I'm trying to keep the working knee long. Go up. All toes have weight. Good. We're going to do 10 on the other side. Good. Now you can lift your toes. Lift your toes. So look how I'm on the heels, but I'm not doing this. So lift your toes, lift the bottom of your foot. So pull your toes up. Feel the front of your foot. Shin, you can lean a little bit more forward for more weight. So we're just going to do more of these. Lift up as high as you can. So we're balancing out the lower leg. Helping the back, helping the balance, helping not shuffle. 5 more. Now you won't need an assist for this. You can either, I'm going to show you layers, choose which one you need. Calf raises. This one is a little bouncy, like I'm jumping rope. Pliancy. A little bit of jumping, which is more bone stimulus.
You can actually add bone as opposed to just ameliorating its deterioration, right? You can actually add bone even after the age of 50. So jumping's one of those. I'm going to add 6 huge jumps if you would like. Take your favorite, take the thing you need. 6, 1, 2, 3. You're doing great. 4, 5. You're doing one more. 6. Nice job. Very good job. Leave a left foot down. Lift the right leg. Now we're going to tap 12, 7 o'clock, and 5 o'clock. And make it bigger if you need to. So I ran into the wall, so I'm going to come up forward, balance 12, tap 7 or 5, whatever foot you're doing, and then the other. So a reverse Y. 3, this leg's working. Make it bigger, curtsy if you can. 5 sets. 4, a little balance drill. Balance is so important for keeping independent. Tap, tap, tap. Let this foot down. We want to prevent hip fractures. Tap, tap. Yeah, challenge yourself. This is a safe place to challenge it, right? As opposed to holding a big load of laundry, going down dark steps to the basement. You want to challenge yourself here safely while everything's real safe. One more. I say that example because that's how a client years ago tore her ACL. All right, great. I really like it. Nice job. Let's do one more that also has to do with eye muscles, which some people, we're not going to figure that out. So tree pose, and you can do your normal hands. Now we're going to use the eyes. I want you to pretend you want to keep your head straight, but you're going to look as far east as you can. Let your eyes go that way for 5. Whoops. As I'm cueing, I moved. So hold. 4. You're working your eye muscles and your balance. As far west as you can with both eyes. Work those eye muscles. Look up. Go straight up without moving your head. And 5 seconds at least. Straight down. Upper left diagonal. Upper right diagonal. Work your eye muscles. Lower right diagonal while you balance. Lower left diagonal. Good. All right, let that go. If any of those areas felt kind of weak or odd, that's a good one you can do on your own. Let's take the other one, but the eye muscles are critical for how we interpret the world, balance, perception. We want, like when you walk or when you go for a hike or bike, or ride a horse, you're looking at these different things. So that's really good for the eyes. So hold here. So then we're going to look far left. Let's just say left. Make your eye muscles work. Look far right. Oh, there was a shift. That one's harder. Look far up. Look far down. Each one's at least 5 seconds. Go far, far down. Diagonal left corner. Diagonal right corner. Lower right diagonal corner. Lower left diagonal corner. And then come down. How'd that go? Yeah, so it's good for your eyes, it's good for your balance. I'll do one more that's conversion. So take your tree pose. This one's going to be your thumb. It's not as big as a convergence as you can do outside, but it's still important for the eyes. So like outside, you could look at a mountain, like I'm looking at my mountain in my backyard, or I'm going to use my thumb though for this example. Thumbnail, arm straight, thumbnail, arm, thumb close. Elbows bent. So 5 of these, in and out. Watch your thumb go in and out.
and then try the other side. But if you go for a walk today, look away at those mountains. Or if you go outside and garden, look away at those mountains, look away at something far away. That's the part that's usually missing because of our computers and desktops and stuff. So go in and out. Keep going. Really watch it. Let your eyes work. Your eyes have muscles just like the rest of the muscles. And if we didn't work them, they would get flabby like our other ones. Good job, guys. Let's go down here. We'll take a celebratory. Yeah, let's do it. 21 planks. If your eyes need a little, release, you can also circle them around a few times. It's kind of like how we do this. But otherwise, we're going to do a 21 series planks. Good job. Thanks for being up for all these different muscles we have in our body, huh? The feet, the eyes. All right, so this is 1, which is a normal front plank. This is 2, side plank. Check that everything's really safe. Don't let your knee get twisted behind. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and rest your pelvis. Maybe you're in a Sphinx. Maybe you're in a down dog. I like it. Nice. We're going to do a little articulation for the spine. There is a saying in yoga and Pilates, you're as young as your spine. So, and whenever I work with someone new, they don't have a concept of articulation of the spine. So just realize how far you've come. So when you're inhaling to do cat, you're in extension. Glide the blades down. Now flexion, and it's like you're articulating through, or you're trying to articulate through your spine. Now extension and flexion. Extension and flexion. Now, if you care to add on, you can lift your knees by pushing your toes down, and then you do extension and flexion with the hover. And if you would like to add on, you go to down dog, lift your heels, articulate through your spine, up dog, tuck the chin, articulate, down dog, and lift, up dog, and down dog, and up dog. Inhale, down, and up, and down. And one more. And then come out of there. Good. Take a little wrist roll. You're doing great. Nice. And then this is some of that fascial maneuvering. So let's take your hand out like this and then pull your fingers under. And then I'm going to offer you go in and out. Know that it's intuitive. You're going to feel stuff that so you might, I really feel a stretch here. You might need to hold it. Keep breathing in and out. You can flip it. So my hand's now to the side. I'm going to go back, see what you feel. I'm going to do some movements that feel like, wait, it's more than the wrist. But you feel your fascia more. Like I got that one. I get one over here. So, there's one right there. Good place. So just try it. See what you get. All right. We're going to let that go.
Might feel a little freer, like up to the elbow. So you can kind of pump it, sort of like that Vini yoga I've been doing anyway, where it's okay to be intuitive with your motions. Side, there's a good one for me. Back. So like test it, see what you got. And we're breathing. Inhale. Good, I hope you're feeling something. Good, and then let that go. See how all that feels? Good. I'm gonna give you one for the hip. This really helped me with a tight spot I had near my ischial tuberosity. It just released it. So just see what happens, just experiment. But you're gonna take, it's almost like triangle. It is basically triangle. So put your right foot like we do in triangle, facing me, left toes towards the wall. So it's externally rotated, right? The hands are gonna externally rotate your fascia. So I'm taking my hands, I'm actually trying to twist my thigh back towards the wall. So try it, and it's okay. Don't worry about perfect cues. Now you're gonna bend your front knee, and you can move back and forth. Right there I have a better stretch. And you know how we do those knee bends anyway, when we're doing triangle a lot? Try that. Now I'm having an intuition, because of my old sit bone issue, to get up higher. So I'm gonna grab higher, rotate out, try that. Good, and just see, just move around. There's nothing wrong, but you're externally rotating, and your fascia, you're helping it externally rotate. Now you're breathing really big. I'm gonna actually hold, I've got a good place here. Inhale, and let it go. If you have knee issues, you might try near your knee. Let's do one more, just externally rotate near your knee. Try that. And take a few breaths. We're gonna come up, and before we do the other side, just kind of shake it out and see, just sort of see how it feels. So I feel a little freer on that leg. We're gonna take the right leg, kind of like we do in triangle, just turn it out. A lot of these disciplines have overlap, don't they? So now I'm gonna take my hands, and I'm gonna tell my fascia, I want it to externally rotate. You've had a massage therapist do this to you, I'm sure. Externally rotate your fascia. Now, your fascia you're holding on to, you might bend your knee and kind of lean back. Now when I lean back, I get a better spot because it's near my pelvis, and I'm tighter near my pelvis than I am near my knees. So maybe you do it near your knee, you just experiment. There's no wrong answer, but just try to find some stretching that works for you. You're turning the fascia out, you're turning the knee out. Now you have to add the breath, so really breathe in. You might find a good place. Inhale. And then let that go. One other one we've been doing together, you can walk around and just see if it feels any freer for you, or in your areas, like your knee or your hip. And then one we've been doing, I saw some of you did on your own, here's your elbows up, screw a jar. Like, it doesn't matter which way, but usually if you can find one way's tighter, do the tighter. So screw a jar, like your elbow's a jar. You can lean over. If you already intuitively pull your fascia when I offer that in half moon, you'll like this. You're pulling your fascia. You might feel like your skin's tighter on your right ribs. And you notice I'm moving. Now we're gonna add that big breath. And you might just notice, how does it feel? So walk around, that feels better all throughout the ribs and the arm. And this side wants it now, so we're gonna do that. It's like you're patting yourself on the back. You take your other hand, twist your fascia, your elbow skin, like you're screwing off a jar. If you don't feel one way's tighter, just do it a way that comes to mind. Your skin's, you're still twisting your skin or your fascia. Try the breath. Big breathing. And he actually is a proponent of breathing. Inhale real big through your nose and not your nose, and then 3, exhale, and inhale and exhales out your mouth, because he says it gets more layers of fascia. So that's Gary Linehan. Breathe in, inhale, and then there's a good one. Oh, found a good one right at the end. And then just walk around and see how you feel. Notice how you feel. And then we're gonna go down. Let's sneak in a little rotational, guys. So I see you, Polly. Yeah, see if that feels good to you, especially where I know you hurt your knee, but, and then, yeah, you guys just tell me. So take a little twist. So this is sort of the same in that you're taking the knee down one way, your arms up the other. You're pitting that fascia. If you have the urge to spin the arm or kind of wiggle, like don't negate that urge. Go with it. Breathe. Stretch, open. And try the other side when you're ready. Knee down, twist. Let your other hand go out like a T or a Y if you can. Look that way, opposite way. Big breath. Breathe in. And then let it go and just kind of shake everything out. Like you're wiggling all the tension out. There's no wrong way to do it. Just get rid of it. Shake it, take it, shake it. Full body stretch, whatever you need to do. And then just take a few moments here. And let everything assimilate. See if your shoulders will relax more. We're going to give a healing breath to our whole body. So breathe in, healing the feet, the toes, the knees. Feel the hips. Feel our healing intention, our organs, our heart, our voice, our throat, our mind. And we're going to wrist, our hands. We're going to send healing or wellness, whatever word resonates with you. We would like to go up the frequency scale. So wellness has a higher frequency than healing, but meet yourself where you are. And then when you're ready, come on up. See how you feel. You can sit however you want. And we'll just set that tone of healing or wellness, whatever frequency you're in, for our body, our mind, our spirit, any area of your body that needs extra attention. And with so much appreciation to you. Good job, guys. Thank you so much.